Now it's my pleasure to introduce. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, that was my first day of skateboarding. Today, we're going to be looking back at some of the clips I've scraped up from the first month of me skating. My end goal for this month was to practice as hard as I could, gather up all the skills I've learned, and to do my first proper line. And for those who don't know what a line is, it's basically where you string a set of tricks together in a single line. So one go. For me to do all of that, that means I have to learn in this month ollieing, kick turning, and doing some cool tricks along the way. We'll see what I learn. Warning, I am not a good recorder. Please do not mention how bad it is. I will cry and I will be embarrassed about it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Speaking of embarrassment, the first clip you saw was the only thing I could record for the first day. People started coming over to the park and I felt pretty awkward about recording. And my stuff was in the way. It felt like entering a new gym, really trippy. The next day, I woke up bright and early, like 7 to 8 a.m, so I didn't have to see people, and started recording how to do kick turns. When I was trying to learn how to do kick turns, the issue for me was not committing to the trick and had that fear I'd be sucking the concrete's ass. Yeah, I know. I'm a bitch. Whatever. This was actually one of my successful ones where I actually took it a bit more slowly and I actually landed a 2-point turn. Fucking terrifying. But yeah, I tried to do it again, but I still wasn't comfortable on the board, so being on a slope and being shit, you just fuck up. So yeah. For this last one, I actually tried a bit more because it was my friend's birthday and I actually landed it for her, which was pretty cool. So it was a good way to like congratulate her for surviving this long. And yeah, it was a really good day. Now, for all the skeptics out there, you're probably wondering, this is some sus activity. How are you learning how to kick turn in your first 2 days? That's because I lied. For continuity purposes, it is what it is. My actual first day was in December 2020 in an indoor skate park. In the Baltic weather of December, second lockdown of the UK was kind of lifted for Christmas and people could go to places. One of those places was the indoor skate park and a mate of mine invited me to come and chill. That mate was Ryan. He's also the one that introduced me to skating. Prick. From this time, he's been skating for around a couple of months now, and yeah, he's sick. I'd show you a clip of him doing a cool trick, but I don't want to stroke his fat ego. Alright, I'll show you one. Psych!
With such a pain to be alone and lonely in the rain, and
Some cool shit, right? And this is another now good friend of mine. This day was actually the first day I met her, but not the first time I talked to her. But since we were both shit at skating, we had something to talk about and it was easier to talk to her. She was actually the one that helped me do kick turns and do fakey reverts. Yeah, say hi to Freya. Because I saw my mates having fun, I wanted to try skating. But doing this was fucking scary. I thought I did well because I landed it, but if you look here...
Bruh, look at this dude. No.
Yikes. Yeah, Josh, show him how it's done, please. Ah, much better.
flashbang.
That's Ben. We don't talk about Ben. The indoor skate park was so much fun. Literally, I could learn so well there. It was made of wood, so I didn't hurt myself at all. And yeah, it wasn't scary. But it came to a crawling end. Do you know why? Do you know what happened?
And will sadly rise further. And my thoughts are with all those who've lost loved ones. With most of the country already under extreme measures, it's clear that we need to do more together to bring this new variant under control while our vaccines are rolled out. In England, we must therefore go into a national lockdown which is tough enough to contain this variant. That means the government is once again instructing you to stay at home.
Sad days. But the silver lining was that Ryan was kind enough to give me his old skateboard. Because before that, I was just fucking around with other people's skateboard. And so we went over to a multi-car park and just skated flat ground. That's where I probably learned how to balance myself and turn corners. It's really fun. Never went there since though. Now, I didn't get a lot to record, so I don't know. Here's some ASMR footage for you boys.
Do you fear death? No, I'm not afraid of being dead, that's to say. Nothing to be afraid of, I won't know I'm dead. If I find that I'm alive in any way at all, well, that'll be...
A crazy second week. Can you guess what I did for my third week? That. I went from dropping in, rolling in, then going down a curb. Nothing big happened this week because I sprained my ankle over a dip in a little quarter, and the weather was absolutely shit. But hey, at least I got a sticker brand from our local skate group. Nice. This is the final day. By the way, I was in a suit because I was in an online interview and I thought I'd look cool, okay? Cool. Now, because it was the last day, I wanted to learn as much as I could because I wanted to make my first month really memorable. And I don't know if that's the reason why, but when I tried landing these tricks you're gonna see, I didn't have any fear committing to them. This felt amazing. I had no mental block. I showed these clips to my friends and them being so supportive. I gotta say, this made me so happy. I love skateboarding. It's amazing.
Oh shit, a body burial too. Holy fuck.
So that was it. That was my first month skating under quarantine. With all that hard work, training, and procrastinating on my college finals, what does that look like, all culminating into one single line? What the f? Hey guys, hope you had fun. I appreciate you taking your time. I hope you enjoyed it. Last thing before I end this video is thank you for the people I met throughout the month. I was dealing with a loss and skating was a way of relieving that sadness. So I do appreciate you keeping me company. Thank you. I'm not a very social or active person and I tend to just sit in my room, play video games and all that jazz. So this was a great way of, you know, getting out of my comfort zone, and I advise everybody else who hasn't started yet, do it. It's honestly the most fun thing I've ever experienced. Well, not the most, but it's up there. And so yeah, anyways, if you did enjoy it, come support me. Just, I don't know, like, subscribe to see if you guys actually like this kind of stuff. I'm gonna post more, but it'll just like force me to actually do it faster, because my last video was like how many months ago. So yeah, thank you for coming, and all right, peace.